Hello, everybody. This is now the fourth time I'm trying to record this video without screwing up. I am new to asynchronous online learning. Maybe you are new to asynchronous online learning too. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope this goes well and hope the semester goes smoothly. That's the idea. My name is Isaac Pickell, not Pickle, which is probably what you all thought. My name is Isaac Pickell, and this is English 2850 African American Literature. It is an online course. If you are somehow in the wrong place, I don't know how the hell you got here, but again, it's English 2850, section 10L. Hopefully you're all where you're supposed to be, and hopefully you all enjoy this class. Let's share screen and get down to business. Okay, so first let's start by looking at what our Blackboard looks like. Here's our course shell. We have syllabus and we have content. The syllabus is just going to have the syllabus. The content is going to have this introduction video and then weekly folders that will have all of the content for each week. We're going to start with the syllabus, go over that, and then show you how the rest of the course is set up. So again, my name is Isaac Pickell. Office location is here on Zoom, but we'll also be doing office hours only by appointment, though I'm pretty free this summer, except for the second week of June where I'll be out of town at a conference. But we're going to make office hours work. If you ever need something and it's urgent, or you need some more guidance beyond what an email can give you, just reach out to me and we'll set up a time. We're going to start with my course preamble. So African American literature is often taught and anthologized as a chronological retelling of the challenging history of African Americans in this country, centering African American identity on the hardships overcome, the freedoms sorely won. However, there's a lot more to the story. In this course, we'll explore some of that more, from joyous poetry to funny tales to strange fiction, to show the ways African American literature and identity go beyond narrating adversity. In other words, a lot of the time when people teach African American literature, and maybe you learn some African American literature in high school, I surely hope so, it's taught as a series of sad stories, and that's reflecting the difficult history of Black people in this country. Now, while history of Black people in this country has been difficult, it hasn't all been sad and sorrow. And this course is going to look at some of the more uplifting or funny or strange ideas that have come out of African American literature over the last 100 or so years, over the course of 7 weeks of reading. Important to note here, I am a quarter Black. My mom is half Black. I pass as white, but I'm not. So I may sometimes use first person plural to talk about Blackness. Do not be alarmed. I'm not crazy. I'm just passing. And I think it's really, really important to focus a course on this more uplifting side of African American identity. I hope you guys enjoy it too. This is the course outcomes and the university's catalog description. You can look at these whenever you want to, but suffice it to say, we are going to be focusing on the African American identity and its dense interrelationship with history, culture, politics, and art in the African American literary tradition. We'll also be going over all of these course outcomes, from deploying close textual analysis to create original interpretations of literary texts. We'll be going over that close reading skills this first week, all the way through evaluating issues arising from inequity, prejudice, and exclusion in contemporary societies. Yes, we will still talk about inequity, prejudice, and exclusion, even though these texts are, for the most part, uplifting ones. The learning experience. In this class, you'll have the opportunity to learn in these variety of ways, from these videos, course readings and reading quizzes, written in video on your major essays, feedback from me, your instructor, discussion boards, and minor assignments. I want you all to have many different kinds of opportunities to learn and create content in this class. I don't want it to just be one size fits all. All texts are available as PDF on Blackboard and Perusall. I'll show you how to get to Perusall later in this video, but that'll be one of our weekly assignments. Okay, so regular and active participation is required. In this class, you will be participating online in a variety of ways, from reading quizzes to discussion boards and social annotation, where you'll be annotating directly on a document and getting the chance to respond to your peers' annotations. It says here, using ChatGPT may help you get your assignments done quickly, but students who use these tools and others like them will struggle to keep up with the course expectations. That's true. If you use ChatGPT for the minor assignments, you're going to have a hell of a time trying to build an entire essay without using ChatGPT. And as you'll see later, if you try to use ChatGPT for a major assignment, bad things will happen. Grading is on a set standard grading rubric. But very important here, in order to pass this course, students must complete both essays assigned in the course. So you can't skate by not doing one of the essays. You have to complete both in order to pass. Otherwise, I will fail you. That being said, for your actual grade, 57% are small assignments and only 43% are essays. So if you keep up with the small assignments, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a good grade. The first portion of that are reading response discussion boards. I will have a question each week or a prompt, and you'll respond to those with a minimum. I think I have it at 150 words. It might be 200. It might depend on the week. I haven't decided yet, but it has to be some real concrete thinking. It can't be just a couple of sentences. Those are going to be due Thursday night at midnight. And then you will be responding to 2 peers by Sunday night at midnight. And those responses also have to be elongated, at least 50 words each, where you're engaging with your peers' thought. So those are the discussion boards. We'll go over that more in a second. The second part are 21% of your grade, that's 7, so 3% each. Annotations. These I will grade based on how engaged you are with the text, but you all did annotations in high school. Basically, all it comes down to is writing your thoughts on specific portions of the text. So you'll have the text as a PDF on Perusall, and you will highlight a bit of text and write, I don't know, this makes me feel blah, 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 blah. Or I see here a theme of blah, 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 blah. Or here's an example of a literary device, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. You can also respond to your peers' annotations. This is not required, but I strongly encourage you to do it. There are also other small assignments. Those are the reading quizzes, which are 1% of your grade each. Don't blow these off. If you don't do the reading quizzes, the best you can do is an A-. So it's just not worth it to blow those off. I'm going to make them easy. It's just to make sure that you're doing the reading. And 4% each for your 2 rough drafts, which we will be turning in a week before the final drafts of the essays. Then we have 2 essays. We have a literary analysis essay, which we'll go over more when we get there. But it's basically just a very short 2 to 3 page response to the text. That should be 3 to 4 pages. Please ignore that. We will fix that. 2 to 3 is too short. Don't you agree? You don't want 2 to 3 pages. You can't say anything in 2 to 3 pages. Whatever. We'll figure it out. And then we have a literary research analysis essay. This one is going to be longer. I think probably 6 pages is our goal, maybe 8. But this is where you're going to be doing research in the library database in order to find things that critics have said either about the story in question or about related stories or about related themes. That's going to be a little more difficult, but we'll work on it when we get there. Course expectations, you can read these at your leisure. Basically, I want you to be doing the reading and completing assignments on time. That is the most important part of this class, is just keeping up with the course load. It's a quick course. There's a lot of work every week, but again, it's going to be over by the end of June. So you'll still have July and August to blow off. Please invest in this course while we have the chance. This is also important. Check Blackboard and email daily. I will be sending out announcements via email. I will be putting things on Blackboard. It's your job to keep up with that. Next up, my expectations. Again, there's a siren going off in my neighborhood. Please ignore that if you can hear it. It's just a test. Happens at 1 p.m. every, I think every fourth Sunday. Hopefully it's not real. Is it 1 p.m.? Yes. Okay. All right, good. It's just a test. This is what I will do to help you. I will check my email daily and respond to emails, usually within 24 hours, sometimes sooner. If you say, this is an emergency, please respond now, I will try my best to respond right away. Most important, give feedback on submitted assignments via Blackboard within 7 days of their due date. This is something I'm going to push real hard to guarantee for the semester. Okay, now we get to some really important stuff. Academic honesty. All right, don't plagiarize. We all know about that. But part of plagiarizing is using artificial intelligence generators like ChatGPT. If you plagiarize in a minor assignment, you'll get a 0. Okay, no big deal. We get 0s on assignments. We can still do all right. But plagiarism on final essay drafts will result in a failing grade for the course. If you do it and I catch you, you get an F. There's no, can I rewrite the essay? There's no, I'm sorry. You just fail. That's it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no wiggle room. This is my hardest and fastest rule. I find cheating using AI generation to be the very worst thing you can do in an English class, and I will not tolerate it. If that is a problem for you, if your plan was to use ChatGPT to get through this class, I suggest you drop the class because you will not pass. You may not, under any circumstances, copy and paste any portion of AI-generated work into your work for this course. That includes translators, Grammarly, or chatbots. If you use a translator to help you translate your work, you can translate and then rewrite, but you cannot copy and paste directly from a translator. That is unacceptable. The same thing is true of Grammarly. If you are using Grammarly to try to uplift your vocabulary, you can do that for individual words, but if you do whole passages, it will come up on my AI checker. I will read it, I will see that it's not your language, and I will give you a 0 for the assignment. Okay, another important one, late assignments. My late work policy is pretty generous, except for essay first drafts, which are due when they're due and there's no extensions. You do not get any extensions on first drafts because I need to give you feedback so you can turn in final drafts. Everything else, from minor assignments to major papers, they're eligible for up to a week-long extension. After 1 week, though, no late assignments will be accepted and work turned in will be given a 0. And I do not provide feedback on late work. So what that means is that if you are 6 days late in turning in your discussion board, that's okay. If you're 7 days late, you get a 0. That's it. That's the policy. So you do have that week of wiggle room, but that's all you get. Contact me in a professional manner. When you're sending me emails, I don't want you to just write like, I need an extension, or what's the homework? Give me a subject line. What's your email about? Which class? What section? Give me a salutation, a kindly worded request. Make sure you're using good grammar and syntax in these emails. Like, be professional about it. Make me want to give you a good response. Okay, that's all for course policies. Here's the course schedule. It is on you to keep up with the course schedule. It's right here on the syllabus on page 5. It gives you everything you need to know. This week, we're reading Close Reading, What, Why, and How by Amanda Berry, and Poems for Palestine by June Jordan. Assignments to complete: the first discussion board, the Prusal annotation, and the reading quiz. that's it for this week, and you'll see each week is here. Aside from that, we have a lot of university policies and information. Go over those at your leisure. Somewhere in here is the writing center, which I encourage you to use if you're not confident in your writing. Go to the writing center in the library. They will help you out. A couple of the people there are like familiar from the English department. We trust them very much. Okay, let's get out of the syllabus, show you the rest of the course. Here's content. We've got this course introduction video, which will be uploaded from here in a second. Then we have each week's content. That is the reading, the supplementary reading, which we have, again, 4 of, I think, over the course of the semester. Your reading quiz, which will be 2 questions. They'll be easy. It's just to make sure you're doing the reading. A discussion board, and your annotations. In order to get to the annotations, you're going to go over here to Books and Tools and click Perusal. When you click Perusal, it will open up our Perusal, our social annotation program for the semester. For the first week, we're doing week 1, Poems for Palestine. You can open it, and then in order to use Perusal, you're just going to highlight a portion of text and enter your comment. It's pretty easy. I want you to be leaving detailed annotations. These are not just a word or two. You can't just say, this is a literary device. You have to leave detailed annotations if you want to get credit. If you don't leave detailed annotations, you will only get half credit. I also encourage you to respond, which you'll see how to do on Perusal, to your peers. Okay, that's it for this very long video. If there are any more questions, please let me know. You guys have all used Blackboard before, so you know how to get to messages, to gradebook, etc. There shouldn't be anything else here for you to know. So, again, welcome to class, and I look forward to seeing all your work, seeing what you guys are all about. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you in about 10 minutes when I record the next video for this week. All right.